You are never going to believe what just happened to me. Like, the craziest thing just happened to me, okay? So yesterday, I go into my garage because I'm going to go drive to Costco and exchange my air fryer because it was broken. And I open my interior garage door and I see a rat and I freak out like any normal person would. I scream. And he's like a reasonable sized rat, like 6 inches without the tail, whatever. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck do I do? I shut the door as fast as possible. I sob a little bit, and then I go to open the door again to see if he's still there. And either the same rat went back to the original spot or a new rat is running in the same path. And I'm like, oh my God, like what the hell? I obviously can't get in my car. He's in there. And so I open the garage because I'm like, okay, maybe now that he sees that I live here, he didn't know before and he'll just leave, right? And so I go into my laundry room because I have some rat poison. I do live in Chicago, so we have a lot of rats. And I fill up this bowl filled with rat poison, like to the brim. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to just put this out for him, you know, whatever. So I was like, okay, but I have to go exchange this air fryer. So I'm calling an Uber because I can't get in my car, obviously. So I call an Uber, and I live exactly 3 minutes from Costco. Like, it could not be closer. And so I call an Uber, I get in the car, and the guy's like, we're going to Costco? And I'm like, yep, we're going to Costco, 3 minutes. It's fine. I have an air fryer on my lap. I go exchange the air fryer. I come back and the garage is still open. And I look inside to see if I can see anything. And a rat 4 times the size of the original rat is sitting in the bowl of poison, eating the poison. And I go, ah, you get out of here. And he flips me off, runs under the cabinet. And I'm like, oh my God, I have like an infestation of multiple rats because that's clearly not the same rat. He was much larger. So I call an exterminator and I'm like, hey, how soon can you get here? He's like, I'm a 24/7 exterminator. It's going to be expensive, but I can get there tonight. Can't get there till 11 p.m. And I was like, okay, that's fine. And then I did what any reasonable person would do. And I texted the man I've been talking to on Hinge. I was like, hey, are you afraid of rats? And he's like, no, of course not. And I was like, what are you doing tonight? And he was busy until later. And he's like, yeah, but I can come over after. And I was like, that would be great because I am afraid. And this is like a very, burly, manly man who, carries around a knife just in case he needs to open boxes, like that kind of guy. And so he comes over, he gets here at the same time as the exterminator. The exterminator comes in and I'm standing on the outside of the garage with Hinge Man. And he's like, hey, do you think you have any food in the garage? And I was like, honestly, not that I can think of. I don't think I have any. And then I remembered, actually, I have a 5-pound bag of tortilla chips that I bought for a party back in September, and it's actually right where I remember seeing the rat for the first time. Exterminator walks over and he picks up what is the remnant of this 5-pound bag of tortilla chips. It's like a strip of paper left. They ate all 5 pounds of tortilla chips and the bag on the outside. He's like, these tortilla chips? And I'm like, what the hell? I swear to God that was full like yesterday. You're telling me right now that a rat ate 5 pounds of tortilla chips? And he's like, yeah, and I bet that's why you thought it was a different rat because he was just full of tortilla chips. And I'm like, okay, so now I have a tortilla chip rat monster who weighs at least 5 pounds running around in my garage who is resistant and immune to poison. Great. Fantastic. So he sets out these traps and he's like, so here's what's going to happen. I think he's probably full for the day. He's not hungry. I was like, okay, yeah, I bet. And he's going to be hungry though again tomorrow. And what's going to happen is he's going to go inside of one of these traps. And once he's in there, you're going to know because you're going to see the tail sticking out. And I was like, that's disgusting. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard. But okay, I guess that's better than finding the alive rat again. And so I go to bed, I wake up this morning and I'm like, oh my God, I have a hair appointment and my hairdresser is 20 miles away from my house, like very far away outside the city. And I'm like, can I Uber? I checked $250 each way. Can't do that. I'm going to have to be brave and I'm going to have to go into the garage and get in my car. So I open the door and look to see if I see any tails sticking out of the traps. No such luck. I'm like, okay. So I go to the outside of the garage. I open it from that direction. I see that the rat has chewed off the garage sensor, so my garage door no longer closes with the outside button. So I have to pull my car out as quickly as possible, run to the car, pull it out, run back inside, go press the button and hold it, go back to the car that's just hanging out in the middle of the street and drive away. So I go do that. And I'm like, okay, look at me. I'm a super brave soldier, super proud of myself. I go and get my hair done. And then on my way home from my hair appointment, I was like, oh my God, I am flying to Denver tomorrow to ski with my dad, and all of my ski equipment is in the garage. Oh my God, you've got to be kidding me. So I did what any reasonable person would do, and I text Hinge Boy, and I was like, hey, any way that you can come over and help me get my ski equipment out of the garage? He's like, yeah, of course. He comes over. he has like a flashlight. He's looking around. He parks his truck in front of my garage. He's got like a truck with all the toolbox, all this stuff, you know, whatever. And I'm like, I'm standing there like whimpering. I'm like, yeah, my ski stuff is there. It's that backpack, and he's grabbing it. He checks it inside to make sure the rat's not hanging out in there, and he brings it indoors. And he's like, okay, anything else? And I was like, yeah, should I patch up the hole that he got in? He had chewed through the hole in my garage to get inside my house. And he was like, yeah, do you have any like steel wool? I can see if I have some spray foam. I was like, yeah, I do. I run up inside, I grab some steel wool, I come back downstairs. And he's like, well, I didn't have any spray foam, but I can put the steel wool in. And I also found the snap trap. And I was like, oh yeah, I have, you know, those just in case. And he's like, well, I set it and I put it right by the hole so that if he does try to leave to go get water because he ate the poison, then he has no choice but to walk through there. And I was like, okay, I mean, that makes sense. Not 2 minutes later, suddenly he's in the back of the truck looking for spray foam, and he goes, snap. And he very calmly goes, got him. And I was like, what? And I look over and the rat is like flailing around in this snap trap. I'm like screaming and freaking out and squealing because I'm a big baby. And I kid you not, this man then pulls out of his toolbox a machete out of his toolbox. And he goes, don't watch. I'm like, and he kills the rat in my front yard with a machete. I was like, I don't know if I'm like turned on or if I'm frightened. Like, what the hell is going on? He goes, go get a garbage bag. I was like, yes, sir. I went and got 2. And I come outside and I hand him the garbage bag. He puts the rat in the garbage bag. He puts it in another garbage bag, and then he puts it in the garbage can. He goes, hey, do you mind if I wash my hands? I'm like, of course you can wash your hands. So yeah, that's the story of how the Hinge man killed a rat with a machete in my front yard, and now I think I have to marry him.
Girl, I was just listening to the story like, when we gonna get to the date part? Like, I'm so confused. The story was not sounding believable because it was just so much. It was just like, But life be life is sometimes. Life be set up like that. It'd be like, oh shoot, I forgot I have a trip planned for tomorrow. I forgot I gotta get my ski stuff out the garage. I forgot this. I forgot. When she said I had some chips from September, I'm just like, when did I get this? What? I thought she said last year September, so I'm like, it's been a whole year. So what are you talking about? It was full yesterday. Like, did you go by there yesterday? Because I'm pretty sure if you checked and seen that it was full, you would have saw a rat or a hole or something. You're saying that within a few hours, I'm assuming? Or was it the next day? No, she said that she saw the rat close the door, open it again, saw a bigger rat. So it wasn't making sense. But girl, what? What is this? Of course you have to marry him. He literally proved that he could protect you, bruh, from an animal, bruh. Girl, I can't go to Chicago now because I don't like rats. I don't like the tail part. Like, I like hamsters. I like mice. But rats, it's just something about that tail. And possums, something about that tail. It just, to me. I don't know what it is. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, glad she was safe. Glad he was there to handle business, honey. And that was just a wild story. And I was invested. And then I started thinking, this was supposed to be about dating.
Okay, so tell me if I'm wrong, right? Story time. I think I finally see why y'all say don't mess with baby daddies. If that baby's under 5, that relationship is still alive. Yeah. My boyfriend of like 3.5 years, whatever, he had a baby mama, had a kid, whatever. Don't ask me why I settled for it, why I dealt with it. I don't know. Like, when I first met him, whatever, I never knew he was a single dad. I got manipulated. I got tricked. He ended up telling me he has a kid, and bitch, I ended up breaking down crying at the painting set because, bitch, what? You have a what? The mom lives all the way in, let's just say, Albuquerque. She ain't took care of the kid, ain't seen the kid, ain't called the kid, ain't did nothing for the kid in like 3-4 years. The kid is like 3, okay, at this point. So, you know, I felt like I was already too deep. You know what I mean? So I had no choice. I had to step up and do the manly thing and take care of the kid. Cause you ain't even, like, I fucking felt bad. Like, I don't have a father. Like, who's gonna be the mother? The grandmama's the baby. At this point, I was getting close to the family, whatever. The family had been talking mess about the baby mama. Mind y'all, it is true what they say. If a man always talking down on his ex, he still love that girl. He still love that girl. I don't care what nobody say. Because how she go from a deadbeat baby mama to where we about to get into the story, right? Okay, so boom, the baby birthday come around. Mind you, hold on. I never had beef with the baby mama. I didn't really like her because she was always trying to troll me on the internet, always trying to talk mess. The first time I ever linked with that man, I had posted him, he had posted me on his story. The bitch gonna comment and get in my DMs talking about some you big head, forehead bitch, get off my baby daddy, ugly bitch. Go call your son. Okay, cool. I'm actually a really cool person because honestly, out of sight, out of mind, you ain't gonna see me, you ain't gonna do nothing. And even when you do, what you gonna do? Because you can't beat my ass, right? So I never had a problem with her. Why did baby birthday come up? Somehow I ended up figuring out the baby mama was coming down to finally see her son out of 3 years. So like, honestly, I wasn't even mad. The baby was turning 4. So 4 years, he ain't seen the baby. You finally coming down to do something. I got invited to the birthday party. Everything was cool. Da, 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 da. She ain't say nothing to me. I ain't say nothing to her. It was whatever it was gonna be. After the B-Day party, me and old boy ended up going home together, whatever. She called a nigga phone talking about something. You ain't answering my phone calls because you with that bitch. First red flag, right? So then fast forward, y'all. I'm skipping in between because honestly, we don't have time to really go into the details, right? I just want to get to the main point of the story, right? Fast forward a little bit of time after that, maybe like a week. I see her working at a club out here, right? Okay, not in the mood. Hang up on you. Ain't nobody coming out here for a trip to see their son and gets a job. I mean, get your bag, do it however you do. But it's not clicking. You have no apartment out here. Why are you getting a job? Boom, whatever. So, I get depressing because I remember one time we was laid up and she had the nerve to be like, are you gonna take me to work? What does that have to do with the baby? You are a grown woman. You can't take yourself to work? So that's when I just felt like it was more to the story that I wasn't getting. After like so many times of just pressing certain situations and just expressing how uncomfortable this situation made me, he ended up telling me, yeah, my sister, mind you, he lived with his sister, right? He ended up telling me his sister is allowing the baby mama to stay until she gets an apartment. I'm sorry, you said you and your baby mama are gonna be living in the same house? Sleeping in the same place? I'm sorry? Bitch, that was like strike 3, 4, 5, and 6. Convinced me that she was sleeping on the couch. It was nothing. He don't want her. I've changed so much. So, I just kept letting it slip and slide. At this point, this hoe was ice skating. That day, me and my dude was supposed to go to a party, right? Y'all, I'm coming back from church. I'm happy. I'm getting ready. I'm ready for the party. Y'all, he picked me up. Bring me back to his house because we was all supposed to get in an Uber. Why his baby mama walk outside? I'm sorry, this is not Family Matters. This ain't Full House. Your son's not here. Why is she here? It was just weird as hell. Like, they was going down memory lane because they all, like, went to high school and middle school or whatever together. So they was all going down memory lane. She kept saying weird-ass comments about how she loved to see him get his ass beat by his mom and it just make her feel something. Like, at this point, y'all are trying to get under my skin. I don't want to have to put her in a headlock in this Uber because, bitch, I just don't have time, right? We get to the party, fast forward. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit tipsy at this point, but I could have sworn she tried to dance on him. I'll give him like his 1-2. Like, he did try to move away a little bit. Y'all, I still don't remember if that was like a dream because I just wanted to have a reason to put her in a chokehold, but all right, cool. She tried to get me to dance on the nigga, talking about something. Oh yeah, I would have been dancing on the nigga. Sharing shots with the nigga at the party. Like, just completely disrespectful, right? That's when I just knew it was time to get a new nigga. I just knew. Then at the end of the party, she get drunk and she started telling me that she's never disliked me. She always appreciated me for what I did for her son, and that she's glad I took the nigga off her hands because he used to beat her and da 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 da. And I'm just like, okay, when did you come to this conclusion about you're happy I took him off your hands? Because honestly, ever since I got with the nigga, you've been talking shit. When did you come to that conclusion? Bitch, I feel like she was trying to gaslight me, y'all. I ended up breaking up with him because I just felt like you might as well just go fuck with your baby mama. Just be a family at this point. Like, I'm sorry, it was just too disrespectful. I couldn't. Was I wrong? I don't think I'm wrong, but yeah.
That was a lot. These last 2 stories, bro. It's like, what? This literally feels like, what is that? Is that a real life thing? I was listening. I was like, is that a real life thing? I'm so tired. I was listening to a Reddit. There's this Reddit couple. I mean, there's this black couple on YouTube that reads Reddit stories. And I think I was listening to one where it was a situation like this. And it was just crazy because the baby mama and the dude were married and they lived together. And she was cool with it. She was just like, join the team, like sister wives. It was crazy, mind just, but that lets you know that, hey, if you just communicate, this is what I want to do, I want to sleep with this person too, a lot of women, some women will be like, okay, at least you're honest, you know, it was good, the thing's good, so I want to stay here and share, you know, okay. But no, friend, the moment you was like, he has a kid, and I didn't know it, the kid is living with him. That's it, or his mama. Is that what she said? The kid is living with his mama. And then the baby mama just randomly started coming back into the life. I'm confused because he lives with his sister. But knowing my mom as a big sister of a brother, the only way his baby mama is going to be living in the house, in her house, is if she and him are together. She living with him. Like they're packaged deal. They're both sleeping on the air mattress or both sleeping on her couch. This is real life. Shout out to my uncle. His birthday just passed. Libra season. How y'all doing? So that I'm not hearing, oh, my sister just let her stay here too, and we have no connection. No, I'm not hearing that at all. And the baby not there either. I'm it was a lot going on. It's a lot that you just let slide. I don't know how you let it slide and didn't know what was happening, because you tell me she's from out of state and you see her at a place working, but she's out of, like you said, why would she have a job if she lives out of state? Why would she have a job here in your city, your state, if she lives out of state? Ain't even really seeing it, like, from what the story sound like, the kid was never staying with them ever. It was always at the grandma's house. So I'm confused. Oh, why she here? Is she not seeing the kid, tending to the kid, taking care of the kid, trying to get the kid? I'm confused. And why you here when you really don't have nowhere to stay, bruh? You staying with your baby mama's sister, bruh. Y'all staying there. Girl, it was so much going on that she just missed everything somehow. And was it that good, girl? Was it that good? Because from the caption, I was like, yo, was y'all living together? It was y'all's house together or apartment, or y'all living together? And he moved the girl, the baby mama in without you even knowing. Like she said, baby mamas, if they're the type of baby mama that will let the baby daddy hit, he got her forever. Forever. So yeah, friend, that was wild. Sorry you had to go through that. Glad you learned. And another thing, y'all going out together clubbing? This is really weird, friend. I think you need to take some accountability here, because why am I going out with you and your ex when she ain't even supposed to be living here? Like, she came back for the kid, remember? So why are we partying together? I'm confused. What? Why are we getting an Uber together? I'm confused. A ride share? Why am I paying for this hoe to go anywhere with us? I'm confused, bro. Talking about dancing on him and then being like, oh yeah, I would have been danced on him. Girl, you have been in the past. Like, that's why the kid's here. Like, what? You had him. It's over. No, in fact, have him back. Have him back. You can have him back.
I'm ready to tell you guys about the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me on a date ever. And enough time has passed that I don't think the guy that I went on a date with would ever recognize me or remember this. Hopefully. Let's keep it that way, guys. I went on a date with this guy that I met on Hinge. He got straight to the point. I was like, hey, let me take you out. I was like, hell yeah, I love a man that gets straight to the point. Let's go. He made all the plans. He told me to meet him for dinner. Boom, done. We got to the date. At first, I wasn't attracted to him based off of what I saw on Hinge. But it was such a great date. Like, I didn't realize how attractive a man could be based off his like mannerisms. He treated me so well on that dinner date. Like he was just so polite and such a gentleman. Dinner ended and we were heading back to our cars, and as he was walking me to my car, I was like we should continue doing something, like we should go get drinks or something. And he was like, okay, let's go to a bar. I should have gone home. I should have gone home, but I didn't. As we go to this bar, we meet his friends there. The bartender, she is like super attracted to me. And she keeps telling him like, I'm going to steal your girl. I'm going to steal your girl. So she's giving us free drinks. Like at one point she gave us these green tea shots that literally were the color black. And after that, I don't remember a thing. After that shot, all I remember was waking up face down on grass with throw up all over my hair, all over my shirt, everywhere. And I was asking him to get me an Uber home, and him and his friends were like around me. I just remember like looking around, and they were like standing around me, and he's like, I can't get you an Uber because if you throw up in an Uber, you're gonna get banned. And I was like, I don't care. Like I was yelling like, get me home. And I was just throwing up everywhere. I was in and out of it. So apparently he said I fell asleep for like 45 minutes out on his front lawn, and he was trying to get me inside the house. So they literally had to sit out there while I slept and watch me sleep for a little bit. It was so embarrassing, guys. So at one point he grabs me to try to bring me inside, and I'm like on all fours, right, on the floor, and he grabs me from behind, and he kind of like grabs me from where my stomach is and like pulls me up. Guys, I freaking farted on him. I sobered up so quick in that split second, and then I went back to being drunk. But he got quiet. I just remember like I farted on him, and then it just got quiet, and then he proceeded to try to bring me inside. Somehow he dragged me into the house. I ended up falling asleep on the floor, and he was like begging me to get on his bed, and I was like, no, like leave me alone. I threw up on his carpet. It was just chaos. Somehow he got me to get on his bed. I woke up at 7 in the morning with his arm around me, wrapped up around me, and I smelled like throw up. It was the most disgusting thing ever. I quietly, I found my phone, I quietly ordered an Uber, and I went home. And I messaged him on Hinge, and I was like, I'm so sorry, this is so embarrassing. And then a few minutes later, he texts me, and he's like, I think you forgot you gave me your phone number last night. Guys, he's like, you don't have to be embarrassed. I want to see you again. It was the most awful thing ever. His name was Cole. He was such a cute guy. Like, he was this white boy, such a gentleman. I don't know what happened. I think I was just so embarrassed over what had happened that I couldn't be confident around him because he had seen too much, and that was like the lowest I could ever. I've never done that. I don't know why that would happen. I think somebody might have roofied me. That green tea shot, I'm sure there was something in there that I did not approve of. But if you guys know a Cole that lives in Arizona, don't tell him about this video.
Girl, I didn't know how to feel about this. When she told the story, you saw my expression. Green tea shots is my go-to when I go out. It makes me feel good. It tastes good. I feel like I'm eating healthy because the green tea shots look like green tea. Like literally is a light brown. It's beautiful. It looks like honey or something, like honey tea. That's what it looks like. So when she said black, I was like immediately rug. D-rug. Because it's like, what? Like, she is fine. Can we take a second? Acknowledge how foreign she is. She's very pretty. Okay? So I see it happening many ways. It's like the bartender, but why? I can't even say that because I was just watching about what was the Korean bars, how sometimes they drug people allegedly. Okay. So yeah, that's why I was just like, it could have been a bartender, but no, as the story went on, it was just like, he did that, boo. And you're so unaware, it seemed like I'm really hoping nothing happened. However, if it did, she's so unaware. She's so unaware. Because it's just like, no, wait, what? Y'all are at the bar. And somehow you ended up at his house on the lawn. And it's just like, okay, his friends were there. What kind of friends were they? What sex were these friends? You know, like, it's just so much. It's just like, wait, what? And then he tried to get you in the house, and you're like, no, I don't want to go in your bed. Like, it does not sound good. And she's just smiling and everything during the whole story. Like, oh my gosh, I was so embarrassed. It's just like, no. What did he do? Because you woke up in his arms, bro. I don't know. I don't know, honey. I cannot say that if a female is throwing up in my house, that I would be quick to invite them in my bed. I have a whole couch right here. You see this couch? This couch can form any. Right now it's an L. It's a capital L, capital Case, uppercase L, but it can be a lowercase L easily. And with this capital case L, I can lay on it. I can fit and well, shoot, that's not saying a lot. But I'm just like, no, friend. And then, okay. Justify how she ended up at his house. Just maybe he didn't know her address to get her home. So, no, honey. Okay, justified why I thought he did it. Because they weren't that drunk. They weren't that turned up. She said she took 2 shots. Is that what she said? 2 shots? Well, I don't even think she put a number on it. She was said they got free shots. So it could have just been one. And girl, if no one else was freaked up and she was the only one that was freaked up that bad, blacking out, doesn't take a scientist, honey. Doesn't take one, and I am one. Doesn't take one, honey. Are you a scientist if you have a scientist-based job? I'm a biologist. That means I'm a scientist, bro. Bruh! Well, you just realized, bro. Okay. For real, I gotta go to bed. It's super early in the day. Girl, no, none of that makes sense. And I feel like she does not know or isn't aware that she was great. If that might not have happened. However, I feel like she was unaware that she was. But it's just so much going on with this story. I'm just glad she's okay. I'm just glad she's okay. And let's just hope that everything was innocent and everything was good. Okay, thank you for watching this video. Follow all the creators. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.